What is going on, everyone? It's Brandon, and today I'm going to be giving you a guide on living rock caverns, mining, superheating, and dropping. It's a method that I always use when I train mining and smithing. I'm pretty sure it's about a combined 80 or 90k XP an hour, but note this method is magic XP, mining, and smithing XP. The mining itself is a little over 50 or 60k an hour if you do it right. So first off, I'm going to show you guys the kind of things you're going to want to bring with you. First off, you're going to want to buy a combat bracelet with four charges. They only cost about 25k in the GE right now. Next, you're going to want to pick. I use ads because I don't want to buy a dragon one. Rune, dragon, ads, they work fine, but I wouldn't go lower than rune because obviously, if you check the guide here, concentrated coal, which is or concentrated gold, sorry, is what we're going after. You need, I think, 80 mining for concentrated gold. So I wouldn't obviously go lower than rune pick, but I think ads works perfectly fine. So this is my gear setup now. If you see the gold mining set, none of it gives any defense bonus. So I usually use the boots, the bottom, and the helmet, and then I use the Varrock Armor 3 just for some defense bonuses. Any Ami or shield works. I use chaotic kite shield because there's ranging things down there that if you're not standing in the right place, or even sometimes if you are, they can do damage. So I use chaotic kite shield because it has really good range defense. As you can see, I'm plus 123 right now. Then I use you want to equip a fire staff. Any type of fire staff works. And goldsmith gauntlets, those two are a must. It's a family crest quest for these. I usually just wear a skill cape, doesn't really matter, and a dungeoneering ring for a quick teleport. And then I set up my inventory a little bit like this. Once you get down there with the combat bracelet, you can bank it. There is a bank down there. It's a deposit bank, so you can put things in, but you can't take them out. So I take out 14, 1, 2, 3. I already had one, so there's 14 mining urns. I have one started, so I'll keep that one up top. And I line them up like this down the side of my inventory. That's just so if I did want to use mouse keys, which I'm not in this video, this is a no mouse keys guide, you can go straight down the line and drop like that. But it also makes it easier because the things you're going to be superheating and dropping are on these two rows, and it makes everything a lot easier and closer to the rock, which I'll show you then. So obviously you're going to need nature runes. I'm just going to bring a whole stack of them. And I usually bring 3 familiars, 1 to call out right away, and then 2 to take up inventory and as backups for when this one disappears, especially if I'm going to be here a while. So you can either make mining urns yourself or buy them. I usually just buy them. I think they buy 100 at a time, 100 every 4 hours. So usually 100 should do just fine. Okay, so once you have your inventory set up as you see here, this is just my preference to make things a lot more confined into one area of the inventory. You can have this set up any ways you want, but this is what's comfortable for me. Next, what you want to do is mess with your spellbook a little bit. You're going to want to turn off, usually you see it like this, so I'll just show you from here. Usually it's like this, but when you click on this, the superheat item, you're way down here on this urn. So to make it more effective, you want the superheat item logo up in these 4 spaces, so you can click and drop really fast. So what you do is you click the hide combat spells, hide teleport spells, and hide miscellaneous spells, and then do it sort by combat first. Even though none of them are combat, it sorts it this way, and that way this is right under here where the second one would be. So if you have an ore that appears down there, you click and it's already right on there. It makes everything a lot easier when you get down there, so I highly recommend doing it. So next thing you want to do, once you have your inventory set up like this, you have your magic book set up like this, you're going to want to rub your combat bracelet and go to the monastery. Also, you're going to want to be in the mining French chat called Mining Golds, as you see here, and in World 88. If somebody calls it out, I'll show you what it looks like, but they basically call out which are up and down. I'll show you what I mean once I get there. So you're going to want to go to the monastery. If you need, oh, I'm going the wrong way. My thing was all backwards. So basically, come south out of the monastery. You're going to teleport in here. You can restore prayer up here if you need it, but you shouldn't need prayer, especially in World 88. It's really rare that things are actually attacking you, because this is the so-called unwritten world of mining golds. So basically everyone in this world down here is going to be mining golds. So what you want to do is come over here into this dwarf area and climb down this ladder. Once you're here, why I bring so many familiars, I summon one basically right when I get down here, because as you'll be able to see in a second here, this is where you're going to want to go down, but as you can see, there is a summoning obelisk. So I just summon a lava titan. Lava titan gives a hidden +8, I believe, mining boost. That means that it does give the boost, but you don't see it in your level, so it stays 86 out of 86 or whatever you are. But it does require a pretty high summoning level. So if you can't have it, I think it's a little over 80 summoning. So if you don't have that, you can use either an obsidian golem or nothing. The other ones aren't really worth it that much, and I'm not really sure which they are. So you're going to want to climb down this rope here, and this is the bank that I told you about. It's a deposit pulley thing, so you can only deposit, you can't withdraw anything from your bank. That's why you want to make sure you have everything when you first get down here. So deposit your combat bracelet just for inventory's sake, and I'll show you guys the map of this place. Okay, so this is the map of the living rock caverns. I'm right here at the bank, as you can see. The two main gold ones that you want to be looking at out of all these mining spots are this one here and this one here. In the French chat, if you see someone say SEU or SWU, that means southeast up, which is this one. That means the southeast mining spot is up, which means that you can go mine it. Or the southwest one is the same thing. This is also a gold one, and this is also a gold one, but these are usually pretty far away. And if this one, especially this one, I hate going this one because you have to run all the way around this, and if that's down when you get there, you got to run all the way back down. So usually you want to try to stick to these two and maybe this one, because there are some hiding spots you can use on here, which I'll show you guys in a second. So once you are in here, well, this loads basically when you're in the French chat. You want to be paying attention to what they're saying with the ups and downs. They abbreviate it SEU for southeast up and SED for southeast down, but you have to kind of get to know the cave down here. And this is, as you can see, living rock protectors are down here. The 120s melee you. They don't hit that often, and the other ones range you. So what you want to do is come over here, and if you stand in this spot right here, a melee one always gets stuck there, where this one is right here, and it cannot hit you from here, so you're safe even if you're level 3. So what you want to do is have this open like this and click the mineral deposit thing. I usually have my screen lined up a little bit like this, and then what you want to do is superheat and click, and then once you start getting more, superheat, drop, go, and just keep kind of going like this. As you can see, it is pretty decent XP because of all the XP you're getting, but you get 109 XP, I think it is. Where is it? No, 109.5 XP for superheating the gold with the goldsmith gauntlets. So you definitely want goldsmith gauntlets. If you don't have goldsmith gauntlets, they're only 75 XP per. Also, as you can see, I'm only getting a plus 0.7 XP boost here from this gold suit. But even with the full 2.5% boost, it really doesn't make that much of a difference. So I'd rather take the defense bonus of my other items that I'm wearing in the spot of that, rather than sacrificing the chance of dying for a little bit extra XP. Also, one thing you should note while I do this in the background, the urns lined up on the side, you can have up to 10 full ones, or down here I think 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yep, so down to here you can have 10 full ones on you at one time. If they're empty, it doesn't matter, but you can only have 10 of them that are full on you at one time. So I highly recommend filling up all 10 before you teleport them away. That way your inventory stays lined up as it is right now, and you teleport them away for more XP. If you don't know, these urns are, I believe, 625 XP per urn. So 10 is a little over 6k mining XP, and that's just for having them sit in your inventory. And it actually helps you out because, as I said, it keeps your inventory more kind of concise and makes it a lot easier and hopefully easier to misclick. If you want, another thing you can do is be in resizable mode. I am in resizable mode right now. I can't show you without messing up the camera, but basically just shrink the screen a little bit by pulling it in this way, and that way the screen, this little inventory part of your screen, will get closer and closer to rock, so you can just kind of go quicker like that. This one's down right now, so if nobody's calling it, I usually just call it. So SED means southeast down. Like I said, the next one you want to check is the southwest one. I usually just do some of the superheating on the way over there, just so I'm not wasting too much time, but it really doesn't matter. But this guide is basically, you want, this is more non-AFKable than some people think. You do have to kind of be paying attention. If you do want to AFK mine, I suggest just not superheating while you mine. Just mine a full inventory and bank it at the bank, deposit it in the bank. So yeah, when it's laggy like this, it is a little bit harder to get in a rhythm, but usually once you get it started, it does go a lot easier and just kind of mindless at this point. You don't really think about it. So it is some decent XP. Like I said in the beginning, about an hour of doing this gets you a total of about 90k XP. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less, depending on how efficient you are and how many times the deposit goes away. But you just want to make sure you're doing this right. I did mess up there, but I always like to have only one gold bar on my inventory at once. That way I just superheat, right click, drop, and then I only have one more. I guess it's a little OCD, but I prefer only having one gold bar in my inventory at once. It is possible to do this with mouse keys, and it does make it a lot easier. This guide is going to be strictly no mouse keys though. So basically, if you did have mouse keys though and you wanted to use mouse keys for this, I would suggest bringing a few less urns, or teleporting your urns away as they go, and just sticking to these two inventory lines right where my things are right here. Just stick to these two full lines. If you have mouse keys, you'll know what I mean. And when I use mouse keys for this, I'm not doing it right now like I said, but I usually fill up everything, mouse key, drop, and start from scratch. That way I'm not constantly clicking and moving my mouse. But mouse keys does make this a little easier, but I know a lot of people don't have mouse keys, and I was getting questions asked to me about how I do the superheating, because a lot of people don't have mouse keys, and it seems like a lot of guides out there nowadays are for mouse keys because it is so much more efficient. So I hope this helped you out a little bit. Like I said, it's about I'd say about 60k, 65k mining XP an hour. It might be a little more if you can like kind of stick to the same one the whole time, like if one of these deposits doesn't go away. But yeah, I'm a little laggy right now, which is why my inventory is getting filled up. Usually your inventory doesn't fill up like this. You can usually just stick to having like 3 or 4 things in your inventory. But I hope this guide helped you out a little bit, and maybe you guys can learn something from this. And I'll see you guys in the next couple days with another video. I do work for 5 days in a row or 4 days in a row, something like that. So I'll see you guys in a little while for a new video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to just give it a thumbs up if this was helpful for you, and I'll see you soon.